You mentioned two parts of it, the asset management side. Brian, you mentioned, obviously raising the capital. And for everyone else here that's also looking, we're all looking to find deals. So, talk a little bit about how you found that deal. And also, did it help that you had this gradual process? You had the 12 unit in prior and, giving yourself that jump start.
Yeah. So one, I think, when people are new to multifamily, you kind of got to develop some street cred, right? When you're talking to brokers, they got to know you're going to close the deal, right? Because they've got 5 or 10 people going after this stuff. They've got 20, 30 people going after this stuff. And so they're going to choose the buyer or recommend to the seller they choose the buyer that is going to close the deal. And it's no different than in my residential career. When I had multiple offers on a house and I'm representing the seller, I would tell the seller, look, we got to pick the buyer that's going to close the deal. Because if we pick the buyer who's going to flake, ultimately you're going to sell that house for less money. So it's very important out of the gate to pick the right buyer. It's no different in multifamily. So you got to kind of develop some street cred. So the 43 units I bought, these were guys I probably met 2 years ago. I took them to lunch at a favorite burger place of mine, Universal Joint, and we started to develop a relationship. And they would bring me deals. I'd make some offers, some LOIs, nothing worked out. But we kept in contact. I kept asking them for properties. You got anything for me? You got anything for me? And something popped up and they brought it to me. They didn't bring it to anybody else. They gave me first crack at it. And so I paid what they wanted for it and went. And I think, like closing on the 12 units, which was $1 million deal, provided some credibility to go after a $3 million deal, right? Everybody wants to buy and they talk a good game, but until you actually close a deal, you're probably not going to get a deal, right? So you got to kind of develop that, and then you just kind of work the brokers. So I text and email and call people all the time. You got anything for me? Because you want to be top of mind, right? People get busy. And so just a quick email the guy, Lee, the day we talked about 2-3 weeks ago. I said, hey, don't forget about me. I'm still looking. You got anything? And so you just keep kind of nicely in their face asking for something. So I think that's very important.